I want to talk to you about the best marketplaces for buying an online business this year. So here's a roundup I want you to pay attention to. First of all, I want to introduce you to Flippa. And Flippa lets you browse SaaS companies, e-commerce brands, blogs, and affiliate sites that are up for sales and showing you their monthly revenue and how they make their money. So that's kind of cool because this sort of granularity in terms of cash inflow versus cash outflow helps you actually gauge the revenue potential of your potential clients, not client but potential target. So Flippa is really good also in terms of giving you possibilities in terms of how you can actually rebrand an asset that you just bought, and whether or not you can actually estimate the cash inflows and cash outflows over, let's say, 9 months or 12 months or 15 months or even 2 years for that matter. So Flippa is one of our top marketplaces for buying an online business this year. Of course, Flippa likes to position itself as the first marketplace to buy and sell Amazon FBA stores, but they actually are open up for other kinds of assets also, not just drop shipping, but also other kinds of businesses. Next, you have Empower Flippers. So if you are looking for the top 10 best marketplaces for buying an online business, Empower Flippers actually should be on your radar. I mean, they have actually been a top marketplace for the last 10 years at least. And what we love about Empower Flippers is that we love the transparency, we love the granularity, we love the comprehensiveness of their offer. And when you think about Empower Flippers, I want you to think about a cross between a marketplace and a brokerage. So Empower Flippers will help you out. They will give you all kinds of details about the proposed transaction and even help you actually make the right decision. And what's cool about Empower Flippers is that you can explore businesses for sale in different niches, filtering by monetization style and prices. So you actually have a clear idea of the cash inflow, the cash outflow, and the potential for revenue in the next 5 years. So that really is good because the next 5 years you know whether or not this asset that you just bought or you are about to buy is going to be cash flow positive. Next, you have a site projector. So if you're looking for a top marketplace for buying an online business, you want to think about site projectors. And what we love about site projectors is that this platform specializes in sharing side projects from SaaS businesses to e-commerce brands and mobile apps. But the quintessential element here is that it has to be a side project for someone. And so because of that, prices are basically on the cheaper side because the projects tend to be smaller. And of course, you can actually buy a smaller project and actually increase it to become something really big. It really depends on your motivation. It depends on your vision. It depends on your experience too, because you can actually, depending on your experience, you can take a potentially small side project and really expand it to really reach its full potential. So that's really an important element to think about. I want to share with you also Niche Investor. So we love Niche Investor because if you're looking for a great marketplace for buying an online business, you have a great platform here because it focuses on listing blogs and profitable websites that are up for sale. And we love the level of granularity that Niche Investor actually has because they are constantly updating their database with new products, with new transactions, and also the quantitative aspect of the quantitative analysis that comes with the transaction is really deep. We love that. We love the breadth and depth of granularity that Niche Investor really proposes to its investors. Okay, and listings provide background information about the business as well as monthly revenue and the monetization method in place. So monetization actually helps you gauge the potential of particular assets, whether or not you'll be able to actually scale the business past a certain point, because certain monetization processes are not scalable while others are. So depending on your specific niche, depending on the asset that you are about to buy, you can see whether or not you can actually enhance the monetization avenues for this particular asset. when we talk about the top 10 best marketplaces for buying an online business, I want to introduce to you Motion Invest. What we love about Motion Invest is that they are very granular, but they're also comprehensive. Okay, and so you're able to browse websites in a variety of different niches and industries and get hands-on support from the Motion Invest team before, during, and after you purchase the assets. What we love about the Motion Invest team is that they are very detailed. You can see on the screen here that even on their homepage, they are giving you like a certain representation, graphically speaking, of what you can expect. Okay, and all you have to do is just buy and sell your content websites. You just have to type in the name of the specific listing that you want to have, and the Motion Invest team will actually will guide you throughout the process. The cool thing is that their team actually has a quant. They have a quantitative experts on hand to really guide you during the financial analysis. So that way you have a clear idea whether from a cash flow perspective, cash inflow and cash outflow, this particular asset that you are about to buy is actually worth it. Okay, and that's an important element for you to see whether or not it is a worthy investment. I want you to also consider business exits. And business exits showcases highly profitable businesses for sale in a variety of niches. And the cool thing about business exit is that you have the ability actually to compare revenue and yearly income across a range of industries. What we love about the business exit is that they just don't show you the assets, let's say profit and loss statement. They also show you the statement of cash flows as well as the balance sheet. So you have a clear idea whether or not the asset that you are about to buy is financially healthy. That way you can reduce your risk as an investor and know whether or not you're buying something that is cash flow positive or cash flow neutral, because that's what you want. Minimum, you want to have cash flow positive or cash flow neutral. Never buy an asset that is cash flow negative unless you have experience in turning the asset around. Next, I want to share with you Latonas. So basically, Latonas is really great in terms of helping you find a marketplace for buying an online business. And what we love about Latona here is that they are constantly adding new capabilities to the website, so you have a clear idea of what's really happening. And what we also love about Latona is that they are constantly updating their database with new offers all the time. So that's really fantastic. And so think about Latona as more of a brokerage than a marketplace. But we love the fact that the platform still lets you choose browsings. Let you choose browse listings that are up for sale with a range of detailed filtering options. So you can see on the screen that they actually give you some kind of revenue streams, sort of possibilities, content site, domain portfolios, or e-commerce, okay, lead generation, membership, and software. That's really an important element to think about. Next, you also have acquire.com. This is another platform that's really great. And acquire.com helps connect buyers and sellers in the SaaS and startup spaces. And through the platform, you can track startup metrics. And that's really cool because that level of granularity actually helps you know whether or not you're making the right decision. So you can track startup metrics and evaluate future potential to help make a decision. It's all about making sure that you are getting the right possible options right off the bat. What we love about acquire.com is the level of granularity. We always insist on granularity because if you are going to buy and sell startups in as little as 30 days or 60 days, you want to have the data. You want to have as much data as possible. And acquire.com does a great job in offering you that data right off the bat, so you know whether or not you're making a good investment. And this is kind of cool. We also love the fact that they have experts on their team to actually advise you. Give you some feedback about the assets, the transaction, the seller or the buyer for that matter. If you're looking for the top 10 best marketplaces for buying an online business, I want you to consider Buy Sell Empire. So Buy Sell Empire is pretty interesting because they've been around for a while, for a couple of years now. But we love the fact that they're constantly sort of adding new assets, new services, new possibilities to their platform. Okay, but think about the fact that Buy Sell Empire is actually a private online marketplace for buyers and sellers of internet businesses. So you are able to browse hundreds of listings on Buy Sell Empire in various categories, from e-commerce stores and SaaS membership businesses to affiliate sites and Amazon FBA businesses. So that's really good. So and the cool thing is that the listings are actually shown to you in a very specific manner, and it's very methodical, so you know whether or not it's really interesting from a revenue but also cash flow perspective. So that's really fantastic. Next, I want to share with you Biz Buy Sell. And Biz Buy Sell is actually the internet largest business for sale marketplace. And the cool thing is that you can browse by geography, you can browse by sector, by niche, if you will. And the cool thing is that they have actually businesses, but also franchises. So you have the idea to know exactly whether or not you are making the right decision. And what we love also is that you can browse specifically for online businesses or franchises near you. Okay, so you can search by city, county, or sale, and check out the hundreds of thousands of established businesses ready to be sold. So that's really cool, and we love the fact that the transactions happening on Biz Buy Sell are really fast. They are really fast. They are closed within 1 month. I mean, we have seen transactions close within 7 days, but that's because there was the right buyer with the right seller and the right price, if you will. But normally expect 30 days to actually close a deal on Biz Buy Sell. But hey, listen, it's still fast anyway. So those were our top 10 best marketplaces for buying an online business. Let me give you an approach here so you have a clear idea what I'm speaking about. Now, is it a good idea to buy an online business in the first place? Well, if you would rather leave the ideas side of things to others, buying a currently thriving business can actually have plenty of benefits. You have a stronger foundation. You have a easier funding, pre-existing brand awareness. There is less effort needed to raise awareness of the brand and build its reputation. You have a ready-to-go team. If there are existing employees, you have a pre-made team ready and waiting to go. You have solved problems. The original owners will have discovered many of the business's problems and friction points and hopefully solve them, so you don't have to, and you have reliable income. So there is already the potential for a reliable income source to capitalize on if the business is doing well. So those are actually the pros of buying an online business. What are the cons? Well, you have a large upfront sum. You have renegotiated contracts, unknown reason for sale. I mean, why is the existing owner selling? If the business is so profitable, why are they selling? Will this impact what you can do with the business or its future? And you can also have a difficulty making a mark because you never know. The market changes all the time. The economy changes. So it might take some work to turn the business into your own, since it will already come with a reputation and existing preconceptions. Now, what should you look for when buying an online business? You want to look for consistent financials, existing reputation, current operations, very important, consistent traffic. So online businesses rely on website traffic to stay afloat. So the more traffic a site has, the more potential customers it has and the more money it can make, right? It's all about traffic, and traffic can come organically through SEO, but also through ads, among other things. You also got to think about the future potential of the business, and you got to take this into your consideration. So a business might be thriving right now, but as I said a little earlier, the economy changes all the time. So what about in a few months or a few years? It's important to evaluate the future potential of the business. For example, you want to look at whether its bestseller is a seasonal item or whether the products it sells or a current craze that will go out of fashion soon? Also, think about the future customer base. Very important criterion. So while a business's current customer base might be very healthy, take a look at where there's room for expansion. Who exactly is it targeting, and is that market close to being maxed out? Consider if there's room to move into different markets and locations too. Also, think about the general feedback. So knowing what customers think about a business can actually make or break your decision to buy it. Consider the kinds of positive feedback it gets, as well as common complaints. Basically, what do existing customers like and dislike about the brand? And when it comes to dislikes, think about what it might take for you to turn that around. Also, what types of online businesses should you buy? Because not all assets are similar, right? So the term online business covers all manner of business models, but the most common types of businesses you can buy include SaaS brand. So SaaS stands for software as a service. So SaaS brands, e-commerce companies, dropshipping brands, affiliate sites, mobile apps, productized services, blogs, content sites, subscription businesses, digital product businesses. So something to really think about. Now, how do you get a great deal on an online business? Well, you don't have, if you don't want your money to go to waste, right? So here's how you can make sure you are getting the most of your dollars. So you want to look far and wide. So casting a wide net can help you find businesses you might not have considered. Use a mixture of the methods that we actually mentioned a little earlier to source potential businesses to purchase and compare prices, revenue, and other key factors. You want to rate opportunities quickly. So basically, you want to use a set of criteria to measure the opportunity of each business potentially without wasting too much time. For example, you might rate each of the following elements out of 10: cash flow, growth potential, the reason for selling, hours needed to invest, the existing reputation and customer base, and the longevity. And you also want to do your due diligence. So look into legalities around the business, including taxes and operations, and find any problem areas before you go into negotiation. And the cool thing is the more information you have, the more informed you can be with your offer. And you want to negotiate, okay? The listed price is not always set in stone for most businesses. So depending on the opportunity rating you have given a business, and as well as the information you'll find out during the research stage, you can go into negotiations with the seller to get a better deal. So this is kind of cool. And there are some tips for buying an online business safely. You want to carry out thorough research beforehand. Speak to past customers and employees to verify the business model. The business model, you got to really be straightforward. It has to be strict. And check financials and other key documents with a fine-tooth comb. Consult a lawyer to help you with the process and paperwork. Ignore aspirational pitches and stick to the facts. Find out why the business is for sale. You got to really know why they're selling in the first place. Speak to suppliers to confirm existing contracts and deals, and be cautious. Very important. So what's the bottom line here? In today's conversation, I share with you the top 10 best marketplaces for buying an online business. I give you the roundup, the approach, and now the bottom line. In terms of roundup, we had a Flippa, Empire Flippers, Side Projectors, Niche Investors, Motion Invest, Business Exits, Latonas, Acquire.com, Buy Sell Empire, and Biz Buy Sell. Thank you so much. God bless you. I'll see you next time. Until then, remember, stay marvelous.